Hi, I'm attorney Matthew Higbee, founder of Higbee & Associates and RecordGone.com. My law firm has helped thousands of people find a job after having a criminal record cleared. If you have a criminal record, the first thing you want to do is find out if you can seal, expunge, or otherwise clear it. If you are eligible to do so, do it to the fullest extent possible. It's a great investment in yourself. However, if you cannot clear all or part of your criminal record, here's some free advice that will help you when trying to find employment. First of all, congratulations on not letting your criminal record keep you down. Most people with a criminal record go on to have productive lives and overcome the challenge their criminal record presents. Lead by example. If you believe that one or a few of your past actions don't define who you are, others are more likely to do the same. With that, let's move on to the first piece of advice. The first thing you want to do is focus your efforts on employers that are most likely to hire you. Employers generally have a problem with a criminal record for three reasons. First, a criminal record can make it difficult or impossible for them to insure or license you. So before applying for a job, make sure you understand the licensing and insurance requirements and how your criminal record will affect that. The second problem employers see with criminal records is they can be seen as an indicator that you might be more likely than other job applicants to victimize the employer or the employer's customers or clients. For instance, if you have a criminal record that involves drug abuse, an employer who works, let's say, at a pharmacy or a medical office might see you as more of a risk, seeing that you would have to work around controlled substances. Or if your offense was violent, an employer who deals with children or the elderly might be more reluctant to hire you. So keep in mind what the employer's needs are and what potential liabilities they might see in your criminal record. Focus on employers where there is not much of a connection between what's on your criminal record and what your job duties will be. Lastly, your criminal record may lead the employer to think that you're not the type of person they want to associate with. Overcoming this requires understanding the employer's corporate culture and doing what you can to show through your actions, your demeanor, and your resume that you will not only fit in their corporate culture, but you'll excel. In today's job market, most people submit their resume to an employer by email. So your email address will actually be one of the things that creates the first impression in the employer's mind. So make sure you have an email address that's professional. Now, if you currently have an email address that's not professional, the good news is email addresses are free. It just takes a few minutes to get one. So try to make your email address conform to most people's business conventions. That's usually first initial, last name. Now, you could also mix in your state, maybe a year. Whatever it is, make sure it does something that doesn't emphasize that you have a criminal record or that you would be some sort of liability. As obvious as it may sound, it's astounding how many resumes we've received here at the law firm that have such things as 420, 69, XXX, a thug's girlfriend. The last thing the employer wants is someone who has a criminal record and a boyfriend that might come kick their ass. So do what you can to make your first impression, your email address, professional. If in an interview you're asked about your criminal record, the goal is to marginalize it, emphasize your positives, and get the interview moving on to a new topic. When asked to explain about your criminal record, emphasize it was in the past. Point to the positive accomplishments you've done since then, and explain that the influences that caused that problem in your life are gone and it will never happen again. Emphasize the positive things you've done since then. You've gone to school, raised a family, matured, whatever it is. And don't go into the details of the offense unless you're specifically asked. Again, marginalize it, emphasize positives, and move on. Here's an example of what I mean by marginalize, emphasize the positive, and move on to the next question. When asked about your criminal record, you could answer with something that goes like this. 10 years ago, when I was young and immature, I was convicted of possession of a controlled substance. It was a bad decision and I learned from it, and it hasn't been a problem since. And since then, I've gone on to college and worked part-time and raised a family. And lastly, you want to do all the things that everyone should do when applying for a job and going for an interview. spell check your resume, show up on time, bring a copy of your resume to the interview, make sure your hair is combed, your teeth are brushed, your clothes are clean, you look people in the eye when talking to them, you give them a firm handshake, and you thank them for your time. I hope this advice is helpful. You can find more information about finding a job with a criminal record at recordgone.com/jobs. Good luck finding your next job.